Good evening and salutations, my soap opera fans. As the title says, Doug McBride, the eternal loser. If you've been watching Beyond the Gates from the jump, the fact that he still sits there and calls this piece of trash his wife is an insult. It's an absolute insult. Now we're gonna sit there and talk about all the soaps. You know how we do. Hit the like button as you're coming in. Let's sit there and do roll call. Get this started. Freddie's in the chat. How you doing tonight? Sean is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Yeah, it was Sean. See, it was good, Jonathan. That's my whole thing about GH right now, right? Johnson says, "Welcome to the Soul Chat with Bostic." Thank you, Jonathan. That's my whole thing about General Hospital. Is that I'm glad that I watched the 5 soap operas. Okay. I'm doing good, Sean. I'm doing good. I survived Friday. Trust me, man. Waking up at 3:45 in the morning to go to work at 6. It's a lot. It's a whole lot. I'm very happy that I survived. That is correct, Amundo. Jonathan. He's back. That was a good part. I mean, the thing is, like, I kind of felt like that was gonna be Nate, Nathaniel, Nathan. See, I got so used to calling Nathaniel and not Nathan. I'm pretty sure Nathaniel will get a kick out of that. But wow, I still have a whole lot. Jesus. I really haven't been actually drinking in a while. But unfortunately I do have to get another bottle. But yes. Well, I mean, let's be honest, Sean. What's good, Darby? You knew because we talked about it. Like, you knew because we all talked about it for like weeks. When the news first dropped, you knew. So, that's what they say about too much information, right? Yes, I did, Jonathan. What's good, Queen of the South? How's lovely Queen doing tonight? Jonathan, okay. What good, Rosemary? Who was that guy that Stephanie was dating? Oh, okay, yeah, Sean, yeah. I it was on the YouTube GH promo. It was on the YouTube GH yeah. I plan on doing stuff. Plan on covering that run. Um but yeah, they I didn't get a chance to see it, but they did a little promo thing on the YouTube GH page. What's good, Amy H? How you doing tonight? Hope all is well with you. Jonathan, who was that guy that Stephanie was dating? She was worried about the book coming out, and Steve said that this guy was a horrible boyfriend. Was a horrible boyfriend. I don't remember his name, but he was a Horton though. I know he was a Horton. Um, I didn't mind it, Ron. I didn't mind it. I like the fact that they had a fight. Jeremy Horn, thank you, Jonathan. I like the fact that they had a fight, but the fight doesn't mean the end of a relationship. Oh, thank you, Ron. One thing that Stephanie said was good, Rachel. One thing that Stephanie said was, listen, we're gonna get into fights, and you can't just like run away. You can't just, what do you say? You can't just leave during a fight. And see, that's my thing. When somebody leaves a room, it's usually to avoid saying something that they're gonna regret. So when she said, "Well, you can't just storm off," it's like, well, what do you want him to do? What do you want him to do? Sit there and say something that he can't take back? But other than that, it was fine. Yeah. Hashtag hypocritical Hortons. Why you been watching it longer than me? But I didn't do a stream yesterday. Um, Tate is still an idiot. I I'm generally really despising these scenes, these stupid ass teen scenes. Yep. Yeah, I saw that too, Jonathan. I'm really despising these stupid ass teen scenes. Okay. He sat there and he tried to kiss Sophia, and Sophia was like, you know what? I think I'm just gonna go home. Are you sure? Man, you're a dumbass. Thank you, Sean. I if I'm not too tipsy tonight, I got another video that's related. So thank you, Sean. Well, Jonathan, she's not just taking a dark turn. She's taking a somebody said this in the comment section. She's turning into the next Jan Spears, except for, with shittier acting. Yay! They are in college now. They are newly adult idiots. Yeah, well, still teens to me. But But yeah, Sean, if I'm not too tipsy, I have another video that I plan on doing. So if everything goes well, I'll put that out tomorrow. It's just not over. Um, I am so happy that JJ finally stopped apologizing and finally told Gabby's ass to F off. What's good, Dolomedics? I was so happy when he did that. Because honestly, to tell you the truth, he kept sitting there trying to apologize, and she was like, "Well, you should have just took my word for it." No, because that's not how police business works. And halfway through that conversation, not only was he not getting anywhere, but he kind of realized that like she was practically just sitting there shitting in his face. Sean says, "Albert, people are nuts," and that is all I'm going to say. Yeah, I know. I have an idea what you're talking about. What did I think of the Theo scene? I liked it because it was real. It was real in a sense. Like what I liked about it was that Theo composed himself very well. He didn't come at Jada's neck. He didn't sit there and say, "I can't believe you're not," because he knows like he's black, she's black. There's no need to sit there and come at it where it's like, you know. I'm just I'm just watching Days now, and I'm so happy they are actually addressing the deal. Yes. So it felt real because honestly, tell you the truth, he was just like, you know, listen, if you're not gonna do anything, um you're not gonna fire him. Just make sure you keep an eye on him. Because Jada was like, one, it was a clean shooting, and two, you were friends with him. So I actually thought it was a great scene. Yeah, but that's the thing, Darby. They didn't play it like that, which I'm happy about. Chanel said some dumb shit yesterday when she was talking to Leo. Um, they could have leaned into that though, Darby. They could have leaned into that. Ron says, Darby, what's your thoughts on Philip and Xander scene? Hmm. I like the fact that they're working in the. I like the fact that they're working together, but it's also very painfully clear that they're at a disadvantage. I mean, to sit there and I guess it's one of those things where it's like I don't think it was stupid. I just think it was like I think you were just trying to be funny, but to sell the company. I guess it's like sell the company today, win the war tomorrow. Johnson says, "What do you think of Leo's questioning Johnny's history when he himself has a checker?" I think it's more of just him being worried. I know. I think it's just more of him being. He doesn't want to give the baby up. That's just what it comes down to. And yeah, it's very hypocritical. And what I also don't understand is why is not Leo and Javi not trying to adopt the baby? Dominic says, I thought it was weird as hell that they actually had JJ return to being a cop. JJ actually resigned himself because he felt he didn't feel comfortable in a high stakes role like that. Yeah. Um, I don't even know what I was just saying, but yeah, and that's the thing though. Like Jada was like, "Well, you're coming at him like this now. You were business partners with him. You were friends with him." And he let it go because I guess at the very least, I guess he felt like maybe he should have gave him a heads up. I mean, you shot him. He nearly died, and his family was gonna mourn his loss. The very least you could have sat there and did was shoot a guy that get. Oh, shoot is probably the wrong word, but like give the guy a heads up. Be like, hey, listen, I'm gonna be a cop. Just thought you should know. So I like the scene. I did. I'm pretty much liking the majority of the stuff. Hell, I can even sit there and stomach or deal with the Stephanie and Alex stuff. I just Jennifer and Jack the Jackass. I like Jack. I call him Jack the Jackass, but I actually like him. Yeah, no, Ron, you're not exactly a fan of it. I get it. Why do you think that Kate should be in the role? I mean, Darby, I would choose Kate over, even though Ron keeps in there saying, "Oh, you should choose Anna to be CEO." I would take Kate over Anna. I mean, I normally don't care about the business stuff anyway, even though that's something that Y and I would constantly sit there and be like, business, business, business. Which I actually enjoy Y and R today. I've actually been enjoying Y and R lately. I feel like I'm enjoying it more just because I don't want to start on a rant about Beyond the Gates, but it's so odd to me. Every time Doug was with Bill and they were talking and Doug was like, "Yeah, I'm just here to meet my wife for dinner." I was like, "You're here to meet your wife for dinner? Bro, you just saw your wife on another man and you still calling him your you just saw this woman kissing on another man and you still sat there and called him your fucking wife. Called her your wife. Don't actually, yeah, Gabby had to talk JJ down from unaliving himself. And I actually think Days did a pretty good job dealing with a lot of complex topics at the time, especially on network television. Especially on network television. That's an even bigger deal. So goddamn hot in here. Whoa, what the fuck? Babe Chandler. Shit. Okay, hold on. Ron, you know what was disgusting today? The scenes with Luna. Luna Lazara, or however the hell you pronounce her name. Those scenes were disgusting, bro. I, Here's something else, Ron. But no, those scenes were disgusting. Like Basuda. Like I said, before we even move on to B&B, I'm glad that JJ was like, you know what, just don't even talk to me at this point and just walked away. Like, there's only so many times you're gonna sit there and apologize to someone and understand. And granted, I was watching it this morning and understand, like, yo, listen, he was just doing his job. He was following the evidence. Oh, well, you should have given me the benefit of the doubt. Do you not understand what his job was? And what is Brady gonna do now? Like, if he's not doing basic black, what is he gonna do now? Like, he talked about how his dad like saved the world or whatever. I was like, you plan on joining the ISA or whatever version of the WSB that this one is. But yeah, it's a pretty heavy topic, especially on um on network television. I still can't believe the Emmys is going to be 3 hours. I'm like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna sit there and watch it for 3 goddamn hours. But like, damn, I forgot when the date is too. I know it's coming up. I know it's in October. Oh, October 13th. Whatever date October 13th that's when it's gonna be the Emmys. He's going to take his dad's spot at Black Patch. I guess he's just gonna take the 5 hour course of just sit there being a PI overnight. Okay, I think it would be kind of cool if they did the ISA stuff, but I mean, he might as well get out while the getting is good. I mean, the company is going to go over. Tony pretty much kind of got them by the nonads, I guess. God damn, this thing is hitting me fast. Um, all right, we're gonna go to General Hospital for a hot minute. We're gonna go out. The fuck? Let me see what's going on. Let me see what's going on. Oh, okay. Audio's still good. Let me see what's going on. Oh, okay. Audio's still good. Oh yeah, I was talking about General Hospital. Damn, Drew. I feel, here's, I'm gonna be honest, if Drew doesn't gain a goddamn soul after finding out that Monica passed away, I'm gonna be so fucking blown. Like the fact that Danny came in and Danny had more maturity than like let's say like a 40-year-old or 50-year-old grown ass man is pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. Hey Darby, remember? Oh, it'll be on Monday. Okay, thank you, Jonathan. Ron says, Albert, if you met the actress playing Luna in person and it's having a conversation and a fan spits on her and told you not to speak to that murder, what would you do or say? Um, I would tell them that they need help, and I would. I'm probably gonna curse that person out, to be honest. Total scumbag, what did Danny do to deserve any of this? The really sad thing is that you know Sam was like, I want the kids together and I want you and Jason to get along. Okay, listen, I get it. You can't get the first request as far as those two getting along. Okay, fine. But damn, bro, you couldn't even honor a dead woman's wishes to like make sure that the kids are together. Danny's not there laying this shit out for you like Scout is scared. She's wondering what's going on with you. She needs her family. And you are continuing to be the biggest fucking prick. Sean is killing me. Sean is like, that's Shiloh in disguise. Jonathan says the daytime Emmys isn't going to be on Monday, October 13th. It will be on Friday, October 17th. Ah, I guess somebody got their facts mixed up. Not me, but I'm not going to say who. Okay, let me highlight this. So Johnson says the daytime Emmys isn't going to be on Monday, October 13th. It will be on Friday, October 17th. So yeah. And Rosemary's asking you a question. Ooh, hold on. Ron says, Aubrey, you don't have the balls to tell that person anything. He or she will tell you to F off and go cut the grass. Also, they weren't speaking to you. Hmm. Wow, Ron. There's only one beautiful queen that could sit there and talk to me like that. But yeah, Rosemary's asking the Michael Baldwin in the chat. Phyllis is still annoying. A grown man is doing this to a child. It's honestly tell you the truth, it's beyond yeah, it's embarrassing, but it's beyond embarrassing though. Like it's it is way beyond embarrassing. Like this is beyond this whoa. This is beyond embarrassing. This is fuck it, deplorable. I mean, my whole thing is like he came there, he talked to you, man to man. He was like, "Hey, listen, I can circumvent the law. I'm coming to you." But you know the sad thing is though, speaking of which, where are you keeping Cat Lady tied up? I mean, that sounds more of a conversation that I would love to sit there and speak on, but I'll get too graphic about. But um, Cat Lady may come in here and start talking to me in a certain way, where it's like if it was anybody else, I would have cursed the fuck out. Um, but that's the thing though, Jonathan. It's so sad, right? It's so sad. Like, Danny sent there talking to person to person or whatever. The hell are you talking about, Ron? Um, but that's the thing though, Jonathan. Like, he is talking to Danny in a way that's just so disgusting. Like it clearly shows a lack of like inconsideration for his own daughter. Like you mean in English. I have no idea what you're talking about, Darby. Okay. Darby, let me tell you something. This is a family run programming. Okay. This is PG-13 only. Oh yeah, yeah, I reread that. How am I doing? No. Sean says, Albert's feeling the alcohol. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. I haven't actually drank in like, I felt like 2 weeks. I felt like 2 weeks I haven't actually drank anything. And the thing is, with wine, it starts to, like, wine is only good for like at least a couple of days. So, like, if you don't drink it, it just becomes, well, it becomes fucking juice. So, that's actually not true, Darby. Actually, not true. Thank you, Jonathan. That's actually really funny. I'm watching The Young and the Restless today, and they got Michael Baldwin, and I'm just like, yeah, Jonathan's pretty much the Michael Baldwin of this chat. Of course, I don't really see any YNR fans here, so um, oh Lord, okay, but yeah, Sean, it's whoa. The thing is though, Sean, it's not as bad as like Saturday. You remember Saturday, right, Sean? Like Saturday was not a good day. Saturday, I was. I was done. But it wasn't even a fun kind of done. Like it wasn't like buzzed or anything like that. This was like I wasn't buzzed. I was like if that alcohol had any sugar in it, I would have been fucking done. Actually, no, Darby, I was not. I haven't actually drank anything in like 2 weeks. But like alcohol is, I mean, wine is like, ugh. Darby says, why does Michael Bowen keep playing double agent for Victor? Nobody's buying this act anymore. Why do you think that Kane is not sitting there like fully like telling Michael Bowen the plan? I wouldn't be too surprised if he doesn't like try to trap him or anything like that. How are you talking about, Ron? And of course Billy comes in all drunk and everything. Like 20 minutes left into the episode, he comes in drunk. He's like throwing. I don't understand what is it with soap opera characters that takes like glass drinks and like throws it against the wall. Ron says to Albert, if Aaron is the baby, then what? No adoption. If Aaron is the baby daddy, I'm gonna laugh my ass off. Johnson says, and Billy once again dug himself in a hole. Well, yeah, because cherry ice cream. How you doing tonight? Billy Boy Abbott, the eternal screw up. So it's actually really funny, Jonathan, because I'm glad you're actually watching a little bit of it. Tommy kept sitting there asking. I think Sean. I think it's a scheduling conflict. I think it's about the scheduling. I don't think it's about what, Sean. You know what? It's not about that. But thank you for reminding me about doing the video tonight. It's not because of that. Yeah, you know. All right, y'all let me know better now than I do my drink at the wall. Eagle only one can destroy any interest in a storyline because you can see the results within weeks in advance. And I'm talking about the Kane silly plan. Well, here's the thing, Eagle. We live in an age where it's like one second, Rosemary. We get information so fast to us that like I mean, I want it to work for entertainment purposes, but it worked. I got you. I got you. Only one that can destroy. But wouldn't it be interesting if it actually worked? Rosemary says Albert a Aaron is that baby's father, not Tate. Yo, let me tell you something, Rosemary. Okay, Rosemary, what makes you think that it's Tate? I mean, what makes you think that it's Aaron? Ain't nobody wants to damn be with Aaron. Listen, they sat there and said that he is, cute or whatever. But like, ain't nobody sitting there trying to rock with Aaron. Like, what? You and Ron, I don't understand how y'all said how y'all. Oh, okay. Eagle says Steve is not known for his acting ability, but today he knocked out the park, and it was not an act; it was for emotion, quote on screen when Danny was walking in the room. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you can't fake those emotions. You can't act those things out. I need another drink for that. It's an interesting debate, Sean. That's what I will sit there and say. It is a interesting debate. But yeah, and that's the thing though, Eagle. It's raw emotions because Krista Krista says I can want to say I just can't with CBS show. I'm tired, but it's like watching a train wreck and GH is just breaking my heart. It's good to see you. Hey, that's a goddamn loser, Eagle. You're 100% right. Johnson says Aaron would probably need some character development if he's going to be revealed as the father of Sophia's baby. Fact. Okay, Jonathan, what do you think of Aaron? I don't remember his last name, but what do you think of Aaron? Rachel says when Chase found Willow wandering around the Quartermain's mansion where they're trying to I don't think yeah, that's fan thinking. I think you just brought up that point to like, okay, Rachel. I think somebody sat there and said, and I don't know if this is true, but somebody sat there and said that like Willow was not there trying to plant evidence on Michael. Like, she came in there to try to plant some evidence on Michael, and Chase found her first, so she couldn't do it. He's just average. Oh, Jonathan, remember back in the days when a character would come on and you were anything but average? Oh, that was Nathan. That was Maxie's boyfriend and James' father. Yeah, that was James' father. But that's a running theory, Rachel. Willow is not. Mm-hmm. Yep, Eagle. That is correct. Rosemary says Sophia and Aaron had an affair with each other, and they slept together before she got together with Tate. So Aaron is the father's baby. Uh, Goofy, cringy as Aaron. I'm not gonna. Okay, before I even read this comment, um, I can't believe so many people are sitting there thinking that goofball known as Aaron Green with three E's could be Sophia's baby daddy. And Sophia, she didn't rock with the dude like that, but she gonna get knocked up just like why would do we not all sit there and see the scenes? Like I'm okay, I'm so confused how people are. She didn't want to give Tate. She didn't want to give Aaron the time of day, but she won't let him hit it. So this way, what she can trap. Um, no, that doesn't make any sense. Because no, here's the thing. Every scene that Aaron and Sophia had when she was pregnant, never hinted at that. Never hinted at that. So I don't understand where people are coming with that from. And there were times where they were alone. So what they just like Aaron is not an exceptional character like Tate. Facts equal. I don't understand how people are sitting there thinking that Aaron is Sophia's baby daddy. When they have had scenes together, oh okay, that's why Rod. Thank you. But like I just thought about that. People are sitting there saying that, but like every scene that they've had, Sophia and Aaron, they haven't talked about like anything. So let's do it this way. If they did decide to go with that goofy ass storyline, it wouldn't even make any sense. So Michael was getting it. Yeah, that's something else. It's like, wait, hold on. What happened to Tracy? What happened to Ned? What happened to Sky? What happened to Lila, Sky's baby, whatever, or like teenage daughter now? Like, you're just gonna give it to Michael? No, I'm sorry, but like that shit. I'm not gonna lie. That doesn't even really make. That doesn't even track. That really does not track at all. I'm not even fully buying that. Tracy opened up a can of worms with that comment. I think you wrote this in my comment section. So Eagle says, honestly, I wish that Jason would be acute and live for Monica's legacy. It would be a great change of character and good evolution of his character. You know, I don't really understand. Like, I don't know. It's just not really tracking for me. And like, what about Brooklyn? Like, god damn, Monica loved everyone. And we're all just supposed to sit there and be like, well, Monica loved Michael the best. Like, you can stop being a bridge to Jason and be there for him. Yeah, this whole, I talked about that before, Eagle. This whole spunky whatever shit that's going on, it doesn't track charity. This whole spunky version of Brit is just not working. Maybe it's just not working for me. Maybe it's just not working for me. I feel like that scene with Dante, Laura, and Anna was just a waste of a scene. Like if we've been watching it so far, all that scene was just. And also, I didn't understand how Anna sat there and said that like, what are you talking about? How the two crimes are related. Drew shooting and the judge's death. I don't understand how that even makes sense. Maybe off camera they did the deed and got her knocked out, which could be Aaron being the father. Yeah, see, the problem with that is that Sophia wanted no parts of it. And let's just sit there and say that that did happen. It wouldn't explain every time that those two were separate. They didn't talk about what they did. They didn't talk about what they did. He didn't sit there and ask if she's okay or anything like that. So, like, if they wrote that in afterwards, it would just be hella sloppy writing, even for Days of Our Lives. Actually, about a pizza. I didn't understand that. He was like, or she was like, I think that the two crimes are related. And I'm like, how? First of all, you're about to sit there and try to pin something on Drew because of a receipt that you found in a safe. You have no paperwork leading up to it, and you're ready to what? Take that shit to trial? That he has a receipt in his safe about a bank deposit, but no paperwork leading up to it. Oh, you don't even need a lawyer to sit there and argue that down. Like nothing about that makes any goddamn sense. Nothing. But it's a soap opera, and our job is to give it a proper level of disbelief. So Kai has to put Portia away. Listen, Kai came through. Kai came through. I mean, sometimes I kind of forget that like Trina's on the show because like I mean, don't get me wrong, they are actually giving her a front burner story. And that's another thing. People were listening to asking for Trina to get more of a story. And then when they give it to her, then people just don't care. I'm like, well, what is it? One says, why was Brady going on about asking all these questions? Asking all these questions about what? I mean, I guess you could say that he's going through a existential crisis. He's the last one to know about this takeover and the fraud and everything like that. Hell, everybody knows except for him. And he's just like, what am I doing here? Maybe I should be doing something else. I mean, we all kind of go through that at some point of our lives, right? We start asking ourselves why and what are we doing? And this is the right path for us. So I don't think it's really just out the blue. I mean, right now, because the company is in jeopardy. Um, is his father's legacy? Is he even living up to his father's standards? Should he be doing more? I mean, he talked about how he polluted his work by talking about how the clothes that he tries to sell isn't really important compared to what John did. The sad thing is that Gabby seemed like she was very chill and very understanding and very good in this scene. But then when she came towards JJ, she acted so goddamn immature. I sat there and was like, sis, right now you acting as just you you're behaving in a way that your daughter should be behaving. Your daughter is becoming more mature than you are. And that's sad. We're gonna be honest. So I don't even know if Ron actually heard all that. That's just my interpretation of it. Eva said, "Did you see Twisted Metal season 2 yet?" I haven't. I have not. I was wondering if. No, I didn't. Even, I didn't see season 1. I've been so busy with the soaps. It's like it's been very difficult to sit there and watch almost anything outside of that. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love the game, but I heard the show was actually pretty good and fun. But I know there's somebody else in this chat that does watch it. I don't remember who. I don't know if it's Darby, but somebody else in this chat actually watches it. It's like I get so busy with the soaps and like you know videos and covering that whole. Okay, yeah, and that's the thing. That's the thing, Ewa. I've been playing that since OG like you. So my friend in Phoenix. Oh, okay. She has no class. She should. Bro, why do you keep bringing up this OF stuff again? I get it. I get it, Ron. You want Anna the dingbat to sit there and be the president. You know, the CEO. I Ron, let me tell you something. I wouldn't trust that chick to draw me a goddamn bath. Let alone run a multi-billion-dollar company. She may be able to doodle some sketches and stuff like that, but let's not sit there and try to act like she is CEO material. I will sit there and give credit to the actress though. She's been on the show for so long. I mean, there was a point that back in the day, Anna was kind of hot. Like it was kind of bad. I mean, I know Father Time doesn't necessarily do well for all of us, but like back in the day, Anna was kind of that chick. I'm gonna be honest. I wonder what's going on tonight. I wonder what's going on tonight. I'll just highlight that. I'm not. Since that seems like too much work to be asking. He's going to the. Oh, okay. Yeah, the hits just keep on coming, Sean. The hits just keep on coming. There's a lot of division. It's, I can see both sides, Sean. I think that's how I try to look at it. I try to see it from both sides. Um, Eagle said, "Do you agree with Jason when he told Michael he made a mistake keeping Michael away from the accused?" I don't, Eagle. I don't. I feel like here's when somebody passes, you have a lot of regrets. It doesn't necessarily mean like he's acting out of character because his mother died, and he's saying things that he would normally sit there and say. He talks about how he regrets not getting to know her more, extending. But like, I feel like it's one of those things where it's like people sit there and say that in the moment. You know, if he kept Michael away from the cues, he did it for a reason, right? And all of that right there is just great talk. It's great talking, and I get it. No man, no mortal human is a Superman forever. So think that's just a lot of grief talking, personally. That is reasons. Ugh, okay. Talk about something else, Ron. Not reading that. Eva says they name drop Luke once again. Some speculation he could still be alive, but I think Cheech is not bringing him back, that character again. I know, but grief and regret kind of derive from the same thing. You don't just regret stuff. You don't just necessarily regret stuff just because. You can regret a lot of things and just be like, well, I'm pretty sure I made the right choice. We have grief or regret. That's a lot different. Yeah, I peeped that eagle. Um, I don't know. I mean, honestly, to tell you the truth, I think you know what it is. I'm still disappointed with the way that they killed Luke. Luke, for better or worse, is a legendary character, and you decide to kill him off screen. I mean, seriously, talk about laziness for a minute. You took a legendary character, a character that saved GH. Cancer culture took away Molly. That's the thing, though, Eagle. Was it cancel culture, or was it people just realizing that Todd and Luke were did some terrible shit that they can't fuck with? Seriously, Eagle. I understand cancel culture. I get that, but the two things that both of them had in common, right? So, okay, cool. Love married children, rock married children. But when I grew up, I kind of realized that, while that shit was funny, I can also sit there and kind of see some of those things being a little out of pocket. Well, you know what the thing is, Eagle. So what do I know? Well, Eagle, that's more in society. That's more of a society problem, Eagle. You, I've been doing reviews on it. You know my coverage on this so far. If the story was revolving around a man doing that to a woman, I don't blame him. Everyone knew. What do you mean you don't? I feel like I'm getting in tricky territory. Ron says, how will Trina react if Portia, who is over 50, is pregnant? Um, I don't understand what your pregnant fetish is, but I think she'll just be more surprised and maybe a little happy that she's having a brother, even though that she's like 50 something years old. But that's the thing though, Eagle. It's not necessarily cancel culture because let's be that's the thing, Eagle. Again, I watched Married Children when I was younger. I grew up watching that. And I went back and I looked at some of those scenes. Have a good night, Sean. Yes, I'm gonna see you tomorrow, Sean. I grew up and rewatched some of those scenes, and I can see them being a little problematic. I think your views and your standards change. I don't think it's necessarily cancel culture, but that's just my opinion. Absolutely, same time, Sean. No, I'm off tomorrow, so we're gonna cook at 8 o'clock, and then 9 o'clock could be something different. But we're gonna start at 8 o'clock. look at it. Just that for about 20. Facts. Facts, Eagle. Yes, I'll see you tomorrow, Sean. Facts. Fucking facts. Listen, Eagle ain't wrong. He is not fucking wrong about that. Speaking the truth. I am. Well, here's the thing: the stories that we're going to be looking for. I think here's the thing: I think anybody who has a dog, even people who didn't have a dog, was very happy. Listen, I'm glad that it's over. Personally, that they didn't stretch out any longer. Even though Cody was like, "Yeah, I'll sit there and give $10,000 to an animal shelter." I'm like, bro, you could have just sat there and said, "I'll volunteer at an animal shelter." Part of me wants to sit there and be like, bro, if Molly was not standing next to you, you would have been all like, "Oh no, I don't want it. I just want to do a good deed." Oh, that money? Nah, tell Sonny to sit there and donate it to an animal shelter. Listen, I love animals, not $10,000 worth. I love animals. I did like Stefan. I did like Stefan. He still turned it down, and it was a good idea. What was it a good idea? I mean, yes, maybe that's just the cynical side of me. Like, why was it a good idea? Why was turning down facts? I get it. It shows a certain level of growth and maturity. And I mean, to be honest, he made a better choice than I would. So I will give him credit on that. I do. You're an Eagle. Listen, he made a better choice than me. Like, bro, I will sit there and volunteer at an animal shelter. I ain't giving no goddamn $10,000. You know what? Fuck it. You know, now I think I miss Miss World. They ain't pairing. Listen, they ain't pairing Molly up with anybody else. Who you gonna pair her with? Fuck that. Who would actually want to sit there and deal with all those qualities? I mean, I know that they wrote her off and they did it in the most sloppiest way possible. Um, here's the thing: they want to make Sitwell the only big bad to sit there and go up against something. So that's what they did. It made sense. And that's the thing. Eagle says, but yet we still don't know who blanked Austin 2, 3 years later on. Ooh, Eagle, are you going to be watching The Young and the Restless when Roger Howard comes on? I know about your feelings with Young and the Restless because of X, Y, and Z. But, now that, you know that we're getting Roger Howard on there. Tony says, I think the aunt and nephew relationship between Tracy. Oh, I like the aunt and nephew relationship between Tracy and Jason. Very curious to your answer, Eagle. Very, very, very curious. This episode, listen, I feel, here's the thing. I feel like this episode was partly filler. There are other ways to watch the show. Yeah, that's true. Okay. You know what my whole thing is though? Like, I guess I look at it and I sit there and I think, is it is it worth punishing Roger Howard and some of the other staff members? I mean, I get it to some extent. It's like that's you showing your power. That's your way that you can sit there and be like, hey, listen, you're not getting my vote. You're not getting my view. But then I look at some of the other people that work there that are doing their thing, that are not engaging in that type of behavior like Eileen Davis. Rachel says I will also want GAC never explain the murder of Naomi. Oh, 2021. Wow. God damn. I didn't even I didn't even know she got murdered, but damn. Really left that one alone. That's fine, Eagle. That's fine. I just I yeah, that's another thing I was gonna sit there and say. She's not even on it. When I didn't get a chance to message you back, but she's barely on it. She'll come in for like maybe a week and a half and then she's gone. So it just it sucks to punish the other people that are doing their thing, not posting on social media. Yeah. But I get it, Eagle. I get it. it exactly, exactly. So it's a tricky line. I get it, Eagle. I get it. I've been putting up a couple of different videos about it because it's just been more and more and more. Yeah, Eagle. Um, it's like just keep it about the soaps. Just it's yeah. So that's how I look at it. Besides, like I said, I'm very curious to sit there and talk to you about what character that Roger Howard's gonna play. Yeah, Tamara Brown, I think her name is the actor that played Griffin on GH. Still wonder, I was like, yo, where are these people like getting their purse strings from? Like, they have like an insane budget to sit there and get all these people on. It's like, how many more people are they going to sit there and kill or kill off the show? Like Abby isn't even on the show anymore. Like they barely have her on the show. They talk about her, but they don't really. Yeah, Eagle. I hope he's on Kane's side. Listen, I like Victor Newman, but like they need to sit there and have him lose something. Like God damn, like they need to have him lose something. Like it just becomes so goddamn predictable. And like here's the thing about Josh Griffin. A lot of people keep saying is replacing Billy as the partner.
totally forgot what I was going to say. I literally totally forgot I was going to say. Like I said, I'm just, Billy's playing it up as a loose cannon, and the sad thing is that, like, it's not just him. Like, I saw the previews, and Sally has to sit there and tell Audra that she's not going to have a job anymore. Just as a lot of people are speculating that Roger Howard is going to be the new Tucker McCall. Yeah, it'd be unfortunate if they had to replace him with what is his name? Kane should. Yo, the way first of all, the dude was sitting there drinking like there was no tomorrow. Then he just storms up in there like, oh, you have Phyllis and everybody else here, but not me. I'm like, bro, this is the reason why they don't have you here. But to be fair, like Phyllis is so. I don't understand why would Kane sit there and work with Phyllis. Like that chick is annoying as hell. Like she just talks. She's super defensive. She starts asking questions she shouldn't be asking. She starts talking about how it's our team and this is our thing. I'm like, Kane seems like the type of person that wants like just shut up and do your job. And Phyllis is anything above that. So I don't understand like I mean for the sole purposes and just to give Michelle Stafford something to do. This is what they're gonna do. But like in all reality, I wouldn't ever imagine Phyllis there working for Kane, given his short patience. Oh, and that comes for you, Eagle. That comes for you. I just want if they're gonna sit there and bring back Tucker, because from what Rock TV said, when Steve Nichols or whatever his name was playing Tucker, like he was a very formidable opponent. He was a very formidable opponent when it came towards Victor Newman. And Victor Newman had to sit there and keep his guard up, right? So you could make Tucker an amazing character and somebody to make Victor really second guess himself. But that's only if they don't. Oh, he was on State of Mind. God damn, he was on State of Mind too. Oh, I commend y'all for having that time. Oh shit! He reposted. Okay, so he did one with Emma Samms, aka Holly Sutton, Ken Shriner. He did one with the guy who played Kai. Eagle says he was promoting one of his movies. There was camera shot to the core. You can legit see this guy nearly breaking down to his content. Rosemary says, "Have a wonderful weekend, everyone. Going to go cooking, going to go cook dinner. God bless you all. Yes, it was really good to have you, Rosemary. Have a great weekend. Now, Eagle says, and Cherry's back, Eagle says it was sad how he described the ending of One Life to Live. He knew it was ugly when he did not want to talk about it. You know, on the weekends, Eagle, there's a lot of times we'll watch like old school clips of different shows. Right? And going back and watching like clips of like One Life to Live was pretty amazing. Um, but so is All My Children now. He called it the ending. He called the ending of One Life to Live bittersweet. Yeah. But so is All My Children. All My Children has some really good moments that I did not watch when it came out. Oh shit, he had Terry on it? What? Wait. Okay, so for y'all Bold and Beautiful fans, Maurice Bernard had Clint Howard on the show, aka Tom Starr. He had Eagles favorite on there too. These videos are so goddamn long. Like, I mean, listen, I make long videos sometimes. I get it, but like 53 minutes, 45 minutes. Yeah, Clint Howard. Yeah, and Tom Starr. That was a good one. Okay, and of course you have Laura Wright on there. LaShawn saying that Luna's not pregnant. Um, my goodness, yeah. Oh, Ron. Yep, Ron Howard's brother. Yep. Eagle says I go on road trips, so I watch Molson State of Mind. Yeah, no, that makes sense. That makes sense. But sometimes I'm just like, oh, God, 43 minutes, 48 minutes, 53 minutes. Like, God damn. I forgot to sit there and say that in the chat. I mean, I forgot to sit there and say that in my review. Not that I really cared that much, but yeah, those two they kiss. So yay! I mean, that must be hella weird because they like live under the same roof. And not want no Tom Star being her dad. Off him and off whatever the other guy's name was. Then went to jail. Then went to jail. Bill bailed her out just for Luna to shoot Bill's son, try to off Steffi's mother, when I'm shooting her own grandmother, and now she SH someone, and I'm like, what the? Freddie says, "Be blessed, Albert and Chad. Stay safe and have a great weekend. Peace." Yes, Freddie, you too. Oh, God. You too. Thank you, Freddie, for coming through tonight. I appreciate you. I feel like I haven't been on it in a minute, even though it's been like one day. My head is spinning. You explaining B&B logic, bro. I, I'm not gonna lie, Eagle. Reviewing B&B. Okay, let me tell you. Let me put it this way. Reviewing B&B can be more fun than actually watching it sometimes. I don't know if that makes sense, but like talking about a show can be more fun than actually. Yes, you have a great night, Eagle. And I'll see you next week. Yes, Eagle. You have a great night. God damn, it is kind of late. I don't know. I'm just feeling kind of tired. So I think I'm actually going to end the stream here too as well. I feel like I'm just kind of not, not like I'm not talking, but I feel like I'm talking in my sleep. But yes, I'm going to end the stream here. I do want to thank everyone for joining tonight. This was hella fun. Thank you each and every single one of y'all for coming through tonight, hanging out. Friday night, I could have been doing anything else, but y'all came here. Y'all are fucking awesome. So yes, with that being said, I'm gonna go. Have a good night, Eagle. Have a good night, LaShawn. Have a good night, Cherry Ice Cream. Johnson says, join us next time for another edition of Soap Chat with Albert Bostic. Thank you, Jonathan. If you are a member, I will see you tomorrow. Jonathan, we're gonna have a lot of fun on Sunday, as well as tomorrow. Um, Johnson says, good night, everyone. Hit the like button. Yes, hit that like button. Hit the like button because it does help push the algorithm. People that has been sharing, continue to share because that's been helping. And also hit up that hype button, whatever that is. I'm pretty sure that helps me as well. And yeah, have a night, Cherry. Have a night, Queen of the South. Have a night, Darby, Amy H, and anybody else. There you go, Darby. It was like anybody else who I missed, you know who you are. I'll see you next stream. Laters.